Hello, here is another video I would like to make. You know, I've been watching videos of Life is Overrated 96. The guy is anti-natalist. You know, I dealt with anti-natalists online. I'm not the one though, I'm not against like having kids. I understand that philosophy, but I'm not really against it. But here's what I'm thinking about anti-natalism, okay? I'm pro-freedom, so I think that if you want to have kids, it should be up to you. There's nothing wrong with having kids. Now I'm leaning towards that stuff because, you know, I'm just disappointed in people. And, you know, people just piss me off. People just acting stupid. So it's like, I really don't want to deal with people. And sometimes, you know, like certain realizations makes me think that I'm not going to be able to be a good dad. And I'm kind of getting older. And, you know, a lot of times I feel like, I don't know, like the best I can do is pop the kids up and let my woman take care of them so I can go to work, get the money and just like, you know, and that's like, I would be okay with that kind of like, because I'm not very emotional person. I'm like, you know, I'm not a mean guy, but you know, I'm like, since I'm kind of narcissistic, I just don't give a shit about nothing. And it's like, I cannot really like form a emotional bond with people because I don't feel nothing. I know it's as fucked up as it sounds, but it's like, and sometimes I do, I don't know, because like I'm not a mean guy. I really like, don't like, you know, to do evil things, but it's just like, I just cannot connect to people like emotionally, can't really converse with them. I don't like small talk, you know, I like to, you know, like think about things, concentrate of things, you know, like I want to express myself fully and completely, and people around me they don't really into it. They into like, you know, like they like to talk simple, you know, like it just, the way people communicate, I just cannot communicate like they do. But, you know, that's like definitely makes me think that how can I be a good dad if I can't connect to my kids. But when I was younger, I was actually pro having kids more so than now. Now I'm like, I'm not so eager for it, especially living like a slave for the last couple years, you know. But realizing how people are, you know, I just like, I mean, I'm not against it personally. I'm not against having kids, you know, but for me, I just don't care because, you know, it's like, what kind of dad I'm gonna be if I can't really connect to my own kids, if I just like, you know, mind my own business, live in my world, don't care about nothing. It's like emotional available dad, you know. But the idea of having kids by itself, I don't care. I mean, yeah, this world is messed up, you know. What life is all about is kind of frustrating and everything seems pointless. I kind of agree with it because if you think about it, right? You were born, you think about getting big and strong and doing things. Then you get older and you understand that, well, no matter what, one day I'm gonna die, I'm gonna get old. People's gonna, you know, been taking care of me, and then I'm gonna be miserable, and I was born alone, and I'm gonna die alone. So what is it all about? It's like producing kids, it's like producing the next generations of workers, like producing next generations of people, so they just gonna be like running around like freaking rabbits, or you know, like other living organisms or whatnot. So it seems kind of pointless, you know. It seems like this existence is really pointless. I mean, I kind of agree with that idea. It really is. Because if you think that point is to get the power, well, that's temporary. Get money, that's temporary. Like, everything is temporary. The only thing which really gives you joy is to do whatever you want. Now, you cannot really be happy, you cannot get joy either. Because there are a lot of people who don't think like you, and they don't let you do what you want because they feel like if you do what you want, they's gonna by default tip on their toes, and it's gonna bother with them, and they don't want to deal with you because there's something wrong with you. You don't work like everybody else, you cannot do things like everybody else, whatever reason it is, you know. So it's like whatever is good for you can be bad for other people. And other people could say, hey, you shouldn't be like that, you shouldn't act like that, you shouldn't think like that. And you're like, fuck you, I won't do what I want, eat a dick and die, you know, like. But that's why I'm talking about oppressive society, because society tells you, oh, how you should live, how you should act, and I just don't care about what they think. I just want to do what I want, and I don't care about nothing. So plain and simple, you know. I just want everybody to give me what I want so I can live, so I can just, you know, be free and do the job, so I can be isolated from people, so I can do what I want. I mean, I don't mind to deal with people, have friends with people, but the fact that people are telling me, oh, you shouldn't be like this, that's an enemy talking. Because if you're a good person, you're not gonna say anything nasty like that. People who say like that, they're enemies. They're taking my freedoms away. They're subhumans. People who think like that, it's enemies. That's it. You shouldn't allow to think like that if you want anything to do with me. That's just how I believe. And I don't tolerate anybody who believes differently from the way I believe. That's it, plain and simple. You know? My way or highway, that's it, I don't care. That's it. So, but I have to go with the flow because there are different people, they have their norms, they have their laws, their ideas, and I have to just live around it, you know, live with it. And that's horrible. And people saying that there is a lot of diversity in here in New York. The guy told me. And I'm like, wow. No, there is actually little diversity in New York. There is only blacks and Jews. And guess what? Because we have so little diversity, that's why there's so much peace in here. Like, there are some negative sides, such as, you know, people don't exercise that much, you know, but there is a lot of peace in here. This very peaceful area, you know, like, it's very chill, you feel at ease, you feel at peace, you know, it's like, it's really nice in that sense. But at the same time, it's not always good because, you know, sometimes you want to go into the world and you want to grind and you want to work and you want to do things. But here it's a really peaceful area, you know. Because why? Because there is no multiculturalism, because it's only Jews and Jews only and blacks around, and that's it. There's no multiculturalism. Because there's no multiculturalism, that's why we have so much peace in here, you know. And that's a good thing. But the cons is that, you know, like I said, sometimes I feel like, you know, there is that judgment, tyranny of the majority. Even though it's a nice tyranny, I would say, because people are not aggressive, but still, they're not letting you be you in all areas of life. Because being you again, it's gonna unintentionally, you know, hurt other people. Because other people's not gonna be comfortable with it, with you being you. Which is unfortunately, you know, that's something I hate about life. You know, that's really messed up, you know. And I really don't like it. That for being myself, I'm gonna upset other people. I don't wanna upset nobody, I just wanna mind my own business and everybody to be cool with everything I do. Then, you know, we'll have a happy life. But unfortunately, it's just not possible. Because if you want a happy life, you have to kiss up to people, and that's fucked up, you know. You have to kiss up to people to have your freedoms. Well, not really freedoms, you know, just freedom don't exist. But anyways, I'm getting off the topic again. Coming back, you know, to the topic of antinatalism, like I said. Conclusion, it's not me, but I'm not opposed to it. Oh, go ahead, go ahead. I'm not opposed to it. But I do believe that existence is kind of pointless. And I do believe that other people are not letting other people live how they want. And that makes life miserable in general, in my opinion. And it sucks that we have to live that. We have no choice but to harm other people, which is another negative thing about life. And everywhere you go, and every people will tell you, you know, you shouldn't be like this, you shouldn't be arrogant, you shouldn't be this, you shouldn't be that, which is not right. Because it's a contradiction, because I think about this way. If God created people certain way, He created some people with a bigger ego, some people with a lesser ego, some people interested in science, some people are big, some people are strong, some people are weak, some people good in Torah, some people are good at picking the cotton, you know. But, you know, we're all different, so it's like the fact that we cannot accept our differences on one hand because we like similarity, but at the same time, it's like if you don't have diversity, it's like it's not good for the progress, but if you have diversity, we cannot get along. So it seems to me like if you work with people and if you want to like have different ideas, it's good to work in diverse environment. But when it comes to like social stuff, multiculturalism is not the way to go, because it's like, you know, it's like cats having sex with dogs, you know, things like that. It's like figuratively speaking, because it's like, you know, even though we're all humans, but I consider different type of humans, different species, you know. So it just creates a lot of confusion, you know, when you have like a lot of multiculturalism, a lot of different ideas and all of these mixings. And that confusion creates craziness. And, you know, because here in Hasidic community we don't have that, that's why we have peace. But at the same time, if you mix bread, you are mixed bread. So you're still always gonna be, there's something's gonna be there. But, you know, it's always good, you know, to be in a place where it's like peaceful. But like I said, there are minuses too. That's why I kind of still gonna go to San Francisco, because it's like, I feel like sometimes, you know, it'd be good for me to work out, even though I don't feel like it, because I'm being depressed, because society has been depriving me from my freedoms. So I've been kind of depressed. I don't want to do nothing. Sometimes I don't feel like, you know, I just don't want to do nothing, plain and simple. Like no motivation to do nothing, really, you know. Like no motivation. Absolutely, like kind of, because I just don't like what's going on around me. I really don't like it. I'm really not happy about it. But anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Peace.